dear students, in today's class, I'd like to start an interesting topic, a new chapter, that is art and culture. Our country's art and culture. Art and culture. In this chapter, in this unit, A reading is, I am going to explain. Before I am going to explain A reading, I would like to tell you some introduction about art and culture. Here, I will show you some pictures. You should observe these pictures. Here, what do you see in these pictures? Where do you find these toys? Here you can observe the picture of Kondapalli toys in the first picture. The first picture, here you can observe Kondapalli toys. The toys, we find them in handicraft mela, and they are very beautiful and attractive. They are made of wood. They are made of beautiful colors, using different colors and carved them to make them lively. This is the description about the picture Kondapalli toys. The next comes to, why did the woman make up herself differently? Here the woman make up differently. Why did she make up differently herself? Do you find anything unique in her? In the makeup of the woman in the picture? What could be the occasion for her makeup? Yes. Here she decorated herself probably to perform a dance performance. And she would attractive and she was decorated for a dance performance. Which dance performance? What is our traditional dance performance in our Andhra Pradesh? Yes, Kuchipudi dance. So she performed maybe Kuchipudi dance. So she was decorated with a different way, in a unique way. And articles enrich of our culture and tradition, focusing the reputation of our state all over the world. We can observe in the picture. All these handicrafts and the makeup are a part of our culture? Yes, definitely. These handicrafts and this makeup and everything is our focusing our culture. Here we see some idols also. These idols are made up of plaster of Paris, and synthetic colors are used for preparing these idols. Making idols is very difficult thing. It's not so easy task. We can make these idols in our house also by using some soil with the natural colors. So these all are focusing our culture, our tradition, our Indian culture and our tradition. Yes, A reading is the story of Ikat. The story of Ikat. This lesson was written by Dr. B. Shyama Sundari. Okay. The story of Ikat was written by Dr. B. Syama Sundari. Okay. Here, this lesson is an interesting description of classroom activity. Let's move on to the lesson, the story of Ikat. Bell rang for the next class. The small break before the next class was enough for the children, like you people. So, in between the two periods, a little 5 minutes break is enough. What for? To make noise, to enjoy with your friends. Here also, the children, what did they do? In that little break time, they moved round and started chatting. In that little gap, the students in the classroom started chatting. Chatting means talking friendly way with one another. Then how the class will be, you can imagine. The mandatory 5 minutes was over. The break time, 5 minutes. Mandatory means compulsory. The meaning of mandatory is compulsory. Compulsory spelling COMPULSORY. Compulsory. The compulsory 5 minutes break was over and the teacher did not come yet. So even after the break time over, the teacher did not come to class. Then the children started wondering to know about the teacher, whether she comes to class or not. If teacher doesn't come to class, you know very well what to do. What to do? You will enjoy with your friends, with chatting and doing your own works. And here the children also doing the same. And in that moment, they started wondering, they chatting with one another. Among the students, one of them asked a student who is Ramya. What was Ramya asked? Ramya, do you think Janaki teacher is absent? By this we could say the next period teacher is Janaki teacher. The name of the teacher is Janaki. For which subject she is the teacher? And why did they ask Ramya only about Janaki teacher? We will see. Ramya, looking out of the classroom, said, how do I know? She asked somewhat hesitant because she is also one of the students. But particularly the students asked Ramya only. Why did they ask her? Why should they ask me? She got somewhat angry. So that she replied how she knew that. A few students were grinning. Grinning means laughing, appearing teeth. Smiling means just a smile. Grinning means that without any sound, it is a laughing with appearing teeth like this. This is nothing but mocking also, teasing others like. So the children teased the girl Ramya. Everyone knew Ramya loved Janaki teacher who taught them social studies. Why did they ask Ramya? Because Ramya loved social studies teacher Janaki very much. That's why they asked Ramya to say about Janaki teacher whether she comes to the class or not. But whether social teacher comes or not, how can she know? She cannot say. So that she might have got angry with them. Everyone knew Ramya loved Janaki teacher who taught them social studies. And suddenly they noticed the teacher carrying bundles of cloth walking towards the class. All of a sudden, their social studies teacher. Who is their social studies teacher? Janaki teacher. She was coming to their class. They observed. How was she coming? She was coming by carrying some bundles of cloth, walking towards the class. Yes, Janaki teacher, suddenly she was carrying some bundles of cloth, walking towards the class. Who observed that? The students. They refers to the students of the class. A few of them dashed to help her. A few of the students dashed. Dashed means run in a great hurry. We have to note down the meanings for the vocabulary. Okay. Yes. Here the students, some of the students, those who wanted to do help to the teacher, they rushed towards the teacher. They dashed. Dashed means run in great hurry. Run in great hurry. Dashed. Dashed means run in great hurry. They run in great hurry towards the teacher to help her. They all liked her. All students liked the Janaki teacher. Why? Because. As means because. As she was fair. Fair means treating all the people equally without any favoritism or any discrimination. So all the students loved Janaki teacher very much and was never partial to any one student. She never showed any discrimination towards any one student. She loved all the students equally. The brilliant red and black checked rumals. What clothes she brought to the class? Red checked and black. Red and black checked. Checks. Checks means like this. Red and black checked rumals. She brought and shawls with black and blue geometric patterns. Geometric patterns means a typical repeated like wallpaper designs. Okay, the attention of the class as the teacher handed over the material to the eager helpers. So, the teacher caught the attention of the students. Catch, past form, caught. Okay, the teacher caught the attention of the students, class students. Why? Because she brought some colorful fabrics, colorful clothes to the class. They wanted to know why the teacher brought these fabrics, clothes. And their attentions turned towards the teacher and the material what she brought with her. And she gave the bundles to the helpers. To whom? To the students, those who went to the teacher to help. Eager helpers. Eager means the people who have anxious, who have curiosity. Such people we can say eager helpers. She pinned them. She refers to Janaki teacher. Janaki teacher pinned the cloths. The cloths what she brought to the class neatly on the soft board, and a drab class suddenly looked vibrant. Drab. Meaning of drab is dull. The meaning of drab is dull. And the dull class, all of a sudden, they become vibrant. Vibrant means active. Vibrant means active. Here, we can observe the antonym of drab. The antonym of drab is vibrant. The antonym of drab is vibrant. So the dull class become active. Why? Why? Because the teacher brought some colorful clothes to the class, and they wanted to know why the teacher brought them. Teacher, what are these fabrics? Why did you bring them? Children pelted her with questions. Pelt meaning throw. Throw means here they are putting some questions to the teacher. What questions they asked? They asked the teacher what those fabrics were, why she brought them to the class. Then when the children asking question after question, the teacher simply smiled and wrote on the blackboard the title of the lesson. Yes, Janaki teacher smiled for their questions and she wrote the name of the lesson, Textiles of India. Textiles of India. And along with that, she wrote the word ikat. She wrote the word ikat. But ikat of Andhra Pradesh. Textiles of India, ikat of Andhra Pradesh. This is the title of the lesson. Social Studies lesson. Andhra Pradesh. This is the title of the lesson which Janaki teacher wanted to say that day. No one could spell the word ikat. No one could spell the word ikat. I-K-A-T. When Janaki teacher asked them to say the title, someone yelled. Yelled means shouted loudly. As soon as she wrote the title on the board, one of the students shouted loudly, "I cut." Generally, sometimes you people also may not pronounce the words in a correct way. So you should know the correct pronunciation of the words. Okay, in order to get correct pronunciation of the word, you have to learn some speech sounds. Okay, you will learn in further classes the speech sounds of the letters. Here, one of the students said, "I cut" of this word, and a few children giggled. Giggled means laugh in a silly way. Laugh in a silly way. And Janaki teacher said, it is pronounced this way. But the children made fun of the other student. The teacher did not laugh, but she told them how to pronounce the word ikat. She said the pronunciation of I is in it. In this word, how do we pronounce the letter I, E, the sound of E, and the letter K is pronounced as in the name Kamala. Kamala. In this, how do we pronounce this K letter? Ka. Here sound is E, Ka. And the sound of T, she pronounced as with. In this word, the sound of these two letters, with, E, Ka, T, E, Ka, T. The pronunciation of the word, the teacher explained very clearly and very perfectly to the students. I as E in it and Ka as Ka in Kamala. and T as TH in with the sounds of these, the word pronounced ikat, is an Indonesian term. This is the term of Indonesian. Which is the term of Indonesian ikat. The meaning of ikat is fabric made using an Indonesian decorative technique in which warp and weft threads are both tie and dye before weaving. That is the meaning of ikat. Here the teacher explained. The class fell silent when the teacher started explanation of the lesson. Ramya asked curiously. Ramya asked the teacher, "Are these fabrics from Indonesia?" She asked the teacher whether the fabrics, whether the clothes were from Indonesia. Teacher shook her head and said, the teacher said to Ramya and other children, the question asked Ramya, but the teacher replied, the teacher explained the answer to the whole class. That is the greatness of this Janaki teacher. She explained, she treated all the students equally. Children, can anyone remember seeing designs like this? The teacher asked the children whether they could remember seeing designs like that. Then one of the students, Raghava, said to the teacher, the pattern on the rumal is similar to the one on my mother's sari. I said, no, the black and red checks. I explained black and red checks. Okay, like this. Black and red checks. The boy Raghava said to the teacher, he got remembered the design of his mother's sari. Though the colors are not the same, but the colors are not same in his mother's sari. Janaki was pleased. Janaki teacher felt happy with his answer. The response of the students, she felt very happy. She persisted. Persist means continue. Janaki teacher continued the story. Can anyone tell me the name of the place? She asked a question. She put a question whether they could tell the name of the place. Which place name, she asked? It is close to our state capital. What is our state capital? Not the present state capital. In the previous years, when Telangana state and AP state combined together, what was our capital, state capital? Hyderabad. So that place she asked, Janaki teacher asked the students. There I gave you a clue, and when the students unable to tell the answer, the teacher gave them a clue, a hint to get the answer from the students. Then the children started shouting names of all the towns in the state. One by one they are telling all the names which are near to the state capital. There, then in the midst of the babble, the meaning of babble. Babble means a talk difficult to understand with different tones, with a different voice. Many students said different answers. They gave different answers. In that answers, among that, in the middle of that answers, midst means in the middle of. The meaning of midst means in the middle of. In the middle of that answers, someone said Nalgonda. Someone gave the answer Nalgonda. And the teacher said, correct. What is correct? The answer Nalgonda is correct. The place which is near to the state capital, Hyderabad, is Nalgonda. Yes. She said Nalgonda is the correct answer. It is the name of a district, which is near to the state capital, Hyderabad. And in this district, there is a village called Pochampalli. And she said, it is Pochampalli village in Nalgonda district. Everyone immediately connected to the name. Which name? Pochampalli. Teacher, we forgot. We could not link. We all know Pochampalli. The children said, the students said to the teacher. They all knew the name of Pochampalli, but they had forgotten. They couldn't answer to the teacher promptly. Quite. Let me tell you the story of Ikat. The teacher asked the students to be quiet, to be silent, and she asked them to allow her to continue the story. It is a story of our handlooms. The teacher said it was a story of handlooms. Immediately, one of the students, who is Ahmad, the student of name is Ahmad, asked the teacher what handlooms were. What is the meaning of handlooms? He asked the question to the teacher. Ahmad was the first to voice the question in everyone's mind. When he asked that question, teacher gazed around the class and said, gazed means looked steadily. A hand-operated loom which weaves and has been weaving fabrics for centuries. Here I will show a picture of handlooms. Here, this is the picture of handlooms. A hand-operated loom. A hand-operated loom. It is called a hand loom. On this loom, the weavers weave the clothes. This is the meaning of hand loom, the teacher explained. The teacher said, a hand-operated loom which weaves and has been weaving fabrics for centuries. Century means 100 years. Centuries means 100 years, many years back. Onwards, this handloom is in our culture, in our tradition. The weavers weave clothes on these handlooms. During the freedom movement, our freedom fighters also fought against the Britishers. They also used to wear the handloom clothes, which were weaved on our handlooms. Okay, but they fought against the Britishers. They did not wear the fabrics which are made on the machines. But the present generation, the nowadays, the people showing interest to put on clothes which are made on machines. So, in the race against the machine, we have forgotten our heritage. We refers to the people of India. The people of India had forgotten our heritage. Heritage means inheritance of our ancestors. So, in the race against the machine, the handlooms cannot develop. They cannot develop. She fell silent, and the children recognized her pensive mood and kept silent. The teacher fell silent because the handlooms of our culture, our tradition, is backward to the present culture, to the Western cultures. The people are showing interest towards the Western cultures. Recognized her pensive mood. Who is in pensive mood? The teacher. Pensive mood means serious mood. And kept silent. She was kept silent. The students observed. And someone hesitantly means show an acting of speaking, asked, teacher, you mentioned the story of Ikat. So the student wanted to listen the story of Ikat. So he asked the teacher to continue the story of Ikat. Janaki teacher continued the story of Ikat. Janaki began, it is called Chitiki in Telugu. What is in Telugu? The Ikat. The word Ikat in Telugu, Chitiki. In other languages, Ikat is called in different ways. What are the different ways? How the people used these handlooms, how they made, what is the remaining part of the story will be continued in the next class. Thank you.